well, I'm going into it to review without having any complaints. Well, granted, I don't really complain. I just have like buttered manga fanboyism. So yeah, all in all, this episode was pretty well adapted, I must say. But anyway, into the episode itself, we got introduced to beside Susanoo mainly fighting prowess, and just seeing Chelsea for a split second. Why would some people complain about others spoiling the name? Like, other anime reviewers that read the manga as well. I don't understand. It's just a name. Anyway, yeah, Susanoo, badassery. The hype is real for him. He is a total neat freak. It's like Nagenda and him are married. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, he's the housewife. He built them a base. So yeah. So he's the neat freak. He's the Levy of 2014. So yeah, Chelsea though. She, is the more interesting out of the two new members, while Susanoo is awesome. And I like him better than Chelsea. This was basically Chelsea's episode to shine. She was watching the Night Raid for over a month. Yes. And evaluating them, so to speak, and seeing their skills and how the others have like progressed since they being stylish. She was like, it doesn't matter if you have endless lives because you'll die anyway, or if you cock up or something. And she mentioned about Bulot and Sherry and mine. Pissed. They are like enemies. They really are. Will it get worse for them? I don't know. So yeah. We got to see a Tegu in action. It's like a cosmetic thing. And I hate that Tegu as much as I hate it, but then again, I can't really say hate. It's like my love-hate relationship with Rugia. But yeah, for the sake of Bleach people aren't here, I won't mention why. So yeah, I'm a bit of a love-hate relationship with Chelsea. And I'll explain that I'll explain that to when it gets to that episode though. So yeah, Chelsea can be cold at times, but she isn't mean, so to speak. She's only mean to mine for a number of reasons, and as well as mocking her flat chest. Flat is justice. So yeah, mine wanted to get back at Chelsea for being Chelsea and for mocking the dead, basically. And she was like, "You, Tatsumi, LeBlanc, you two figure it out, and I'm gonna plan my own plan of attack." And then LeBlanc, main man today. He plans for Tatsumi to use Encouragio to spy on Chelsea while she's bathing, but while Tatsumi felt bad for leaving LeBlanc behind, LeBlanc was using it to his advantage to wonder if she's the type of girl to laugh something like that off and then forgive and forget, or the type to beat him down. And she's a mix of both, I will admit. The bath scene, when Tatsumi was spying invisible, he went up to put the bucket on her head. Yeah, because that to embarrass her, or then laugh in her face. I don't know Mind's mindset. But yeah, when he was going up, he found Susanoo, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't even know he had that circle on his chest. I was like, the fuck is that? But anyway, he said, encourage you. Well, it was technically Chelsea, but I'll just say Chelsea said that even though you're invisible, doesn't hide your presence, and Tatsumi did thank her for that, and that smile, it affects all the ladies. Don't worry, this isn't a harem before you before you get any worries. So yeah, moving on from that, I have a funny feeling that a lot of people were enjoying Seryuu's pain. I can't pronounce her name for the life of me. Do apologise. Mainly because there's two familiar names that kind of sound the same. But yeah, she was upset because, stylists have gone. Her, I wouldn't say idol, but, patron, but, she looked up to him. And, he said in the flashback, if that gets broken or anything, I'll fix it, I'll upgrade it, whatever you want. I'm here for you. And like acting like a friend. I don't want to say father figure, but a friend, a good friend. And then when Esdeath was asking, like, is she okay when she found out that Stylish was killed, she was just crying, and I have a funny feeling that a lot of people were just like, now you know how it feels, but yeah. I don't really hate her, but I don't really like her, but it's not that, then again, it's not as bad as the love-hate relationship I have with Chelsea. I mean, basically, like, I can understand why they hate Seryuu because of Seryuu. Oh god. Oh god, I did it. I was afraid I was going to do that. Seryuu, because of her killing off Shelly. And while that was bad, she's basically grew up in the capital, and she has the view that Night Raid is evil, and Night Raid themselves don't consider themselves good. To me, they're chaotic neutral. Yeah, chaotic neutral. And Ogre, her commander, she looked up and saw him as a good person enforcing the law. And while we know he was a bad person, she didn't know it herself. And Stylish, yes, he was a bad person, but he had a soft spot for Seryuu. And now the people that Seryuu basically looked up to and cared for, her parent, her father, Ogre, and now Stylish, like the three important people in her life are now gone. But Esdeath was like, being a comforting her, like I mentioned, that caring side. And then when Wave wanted to go cheer her up, he just sees Seryuu just on, yes, I'm hoping I'm saying that name right, hugging Esdeath, and he's just like, no. And then Karumi's just tapping his shoulder. She's probably thinking, there, it's okay, you're not useless. So yeah, and also Esdeath, more Esdeath love. When her and Ran were just going through the town, she was just like looking to see if she could find Tatsumi. Sorry if you hear laughter. But yeah, ooh, Ran, ooh, beautiful. Oh, I love him. He's my favourite Jaeger member. Quick question: do you think he's going to? This isn't. I'm not. Well, actually, I shouldn't really ask the question. Oh. Well, I know the spoiler. But yeah, I'm not saying which one. Just like I'll just ask you the question. Just tell me which one you think it is. Do you think he's going to turn on Esdeath, or do you think it's something else entirely? So yeah. Moving on from that. Oof. The most hated character in this entire series has shown itself. Ooh, I fucking despise him. I really do. So yeah, all in all, this was a good. It was a good episode. Had a nice amount of combat, nice amount of comedy, good introduction to the characters, and more insight into Esdeath. Well, not really more insight. It's basically what I said with her at the graves of three priests and Tatsumi. I said it, but this is just more proof. It's just like adding proof to like my. Well, it's not really a theory. My point of view on her, because a lot of people don't really care about that side of it. They only care about the sadistic side. Wouldn't mind her being sadistic on me. Anyway, sexually. I'm going to give this episode a 8 out of 10. It wasn't bad, wasn't good. It was very enjoyable, and like I said, it was really well adapted. I mean, nothing was skipped from what I can recall. So yeah, it seemed like they just used the entire chapter. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Next week's going to be a new opening. So yeah, anime only watchers, just like, they may put some spoilers, I don't know. I mean, like, they didn't really put any spoilers in this opening, but they kind of did, with the Jaegers. But yeah, apart from that, just be careful when you're watching episode 13 with the opening. Okay. 8 out of 10. Good day. See you next week. I'm gonna miss this opening. I really am.